Hello and welcome back to Flight Sim World. Thank you very much for joining me this video, and obviously we're in phase 2 here, and you can see it is snowing outside now. It's a little bit laggy. I can see it's a little bit laggy, but the snow looks remarkably good. Last time I saw the snow, I think I said the same thing. It looks remarkably good. I mean, if you look outside, it does look like snow. Just taking a look around there. Oh, wrong way, sorry. It does actually look like snow. Now, I did select moderate snow. This isn't really moderate snow, although that looks like a weather cell right over there that probably has more snow. And we might be heading that way. It's mildly windy. Let's get ourselves back inside. Obviously, I do have a head tracking. Again, still working on it, so bear with me when it doesn't work all too well. But I think I've got the sort of, there you go, you've got the in and out. I think I've got that sorted out a little bit better. And I can look left and right a little bit better now as well. It's not perfect, obviously. It's not perfect yet, but it is a lot better now. Since we're in Community Update 16, and obviously Phase 2, there have been some updates. Now, one of the updates I'm going to actually try out is if I switch to, not this view, I like that view though, this view over here. I believe these have changed. I think these work a lot better now, and I am hoping that this works a lot better when I click one of these, and I am going to be trying this. When I change modes here, I hope that heading doesn't cut off the altitude, or altitude doesn't cut off the heading mode, so on and so forth. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to still have the issues, naturally. Why wouldn't I? Let's switch that off for now. No, I can't do that, can I? Yes, I can. I can do that. I'm going to switch on the prop heat, going to switch on the windshield heater, ice light, pitot heater on. We're going to have the autopilot off for now. Your damper is off. That's fine. That's fine. All we're going to do today is we're just going to do a VFR flight. We're going to take off from here, which is in Buffalo. And as you can see, we are going to see if we can fly up, and we're going to explore the Niagara Falls. And then, ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Explore the Niagara Falls over here. So I'm assuming the Niagara Falls are just there between Lakes Erie and Superior? No, that's not Superior. Huron. Hang on. Yeah, Lake Superior is that one there, then it's Michigan, then it's Huron, then it's Erie, Lake Ontario? Ontario, is that a lake? Lake Ontario, I know it's a province. That's Erie. That's Ontario, yes, I think that's right. I don't know my Great Lakes. Superior, Huron, Michigan, Erie, Ontario. I think that's right. So anyway, so we're going to be going over this lake over here, and then that's Toronto there, that's Hamilton there, Buffalo over here, Cleveland's down that way, Washington and Philadelphia are down that way, Ottawa is up that way, and then sort of Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, all that kind of stuff. Obviously I know the area because of another series that I do, my Transport Fever series. I realised I could do that and probably show you guys, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to render that in. That needs to be updated. Anyway, let's get ourselves underway. It's slightly windy, so what we're going to do is we're going to take off and then head, I think we should head, we're going to do a little tour of Buffalo, then go this way. So we're going to loop that way, around that way, then along here, then across there. And we're going to see what happens with the head tracking on. Everything here is correctly set up. We're going to leave that as it is, and we'll see exactly what's happened. So let's get that head tracking set up once more. There we go. Flaps are down. Check those flaps, they are down. We're positive for that. Sit up a little bit better. That looks good. In fact, should I zoom out a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more? I don't know. Then I could do this and be looking in a little bit. Let me know if that works better for you guys. Anyway, let's get ourselves underway. Flight controls are good. Have a look at them actually. Yep. Is that actually doing what I need it to do? Yeah, it is there. Okay, great. Mixtures are full rich. Propellers are full maximum RPM. I think we are good to go. Now the wind today is coming in from almost a headwind, I believe. So about to find out which way it goes in. I think it's... Is it that way or that? I don't actually know. I think it's that way, actually. No, it's that way. It's that way. There we go. As the ailerons become more effective, we are sliding about a bit, but we should be able to lift off, or at least rotate. Come on, rotate. There we go. We're up. Bring those flaps in. Bring that gear in. Good, positive rate. Very nice. Alright, and let's see what we can find out here. And let's see what the frames are like. Head tracking on. Light snow, clouds, winds, the works. We'll keep our ascent not too steep. We're at what, 1,500 foot per minute rate of ascent. That's fine. Let's have a look around. Very snowy area. I want to loop back over Buffalo, although there's a lot to explore here. Which way is Buffalo? That way? Yeah, that way. I want to loop back that way. That's what I want to see first. So let's loop this way. That would probably be a good idea. I do enjoy this aircraft for all the bugs that it does have. I do enjoy this aircraft. Today's height, we're going to actually not be exceeding 2,500, so I'm actually going to kick in the autopilot now, go to altitude hold, set that to 2,500 and switch that on. There we go. The nose is going to dip. We're going to slow the aircraft down, and we are going to continue manually turning the aircraft. Okay, great. It doesn't want to do that. Switch off heading mode. Does it want to turn now? Yes, it does. Great. Right, that hasn't worked, has it, for us? Unless I set the altitude wrong. Which I may have. Yes, I did. Okay, that's fine. So it didn't... That's nice. Actually, no. Let's stay here, wherever we are. Where are we? Altitude right here. That will do for us. 2,400, please. Because we're just below the clouds. Just below the cloud layer here. Which is good. Right, so. Let's have a look around. So actually, that looks like that's been a successful test. There's the snow. Because I did switch heading hold on, and it didn't change my altitude hold. I am going to do another test in a minute with vertical speed and heading. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to try and bring the nose down at a certain vertical speed whilst maintaining a heading, and hope that that heading hold does actually hold, which is exactly what I want to do. But so far, that's promising. It means that has been fixed, which is great. Great to see, great to look at. Alright, so here's Buffalo. Let's need to look down like this, don't I? There's the town, there's some lakes, there's some rivers. So where is Niagara Falls going to be? So the whole idea of this video, obviously, apart from testing, is to go Niagara Falls and see what Niagara Falls is like in Flight Sim World. Looking out down here, yeah, buildings are fairly American. Straighten ourselves up. There we go. What can I see? Leaning up. What can I see out there? I suppose that's downtown Buffalo. I must say, I thought this area was more hilly than it is. I must say, I did think it was more hilly than it is, and I feel like in my Transport Fever series, this area is far more hilly than it should be. Right, okay, so now I'm going to go to heading hold. Now that's nav. That's not what I wanted. Heading. Switch off nav. There you go. Alright, that seems to be holding a heading now, and it hasn't cut anything out. Now Niagara Falls should be that way, I think. Actually, no, Niagara Falls won't be that way, will it? It should be that way. Oh, that way, actually. Potentially? I don't know. Yes, it should be, yeah, okay. This is Lake Erie, right. We need to be going, I think I know where we're going to be headed. So if we turn over and fly over that and follow that river, it should lead us to Niagara Falls. That's my theory anyway. I don't actually know. Right, so we will adjust the heading. Heading adjustment to... Let's go for 300. Almost due north. Now let's go for due north. Not due north actually. Let's go for whatever that is. There we go. There's the moon up there as well. Very nice. So we can fly over downtown Buffalo, I believe it is. And there's definitely a tall building over here. Thought all American big cities have tall buildings. Maybe Buffalo isn't as big a city as I thought it was. Very straight roads again, as usual. If we look out here, you can see very, very straight roads. Thank you guys so much for watching the Phase 2 videos. I think you guys did really enjoy them, and I'm happy that you guys enjoyed them. Obviously, this is continuing having a look at Phase 2 and, for example, getting that tested. So let's actually test this a little bit more. We want to drop ourselves to 20. Should we go for 2,000 feet? We want to drop ourselves to 2,000 feet. Nope, that was heading that I changed. That was wrong. We're going to go altitude. Ooh, stop. Altitude. No, altitude. Altitude. There we go. So now that's 22 to 120. We're going to switch it into vertical speed mode. Minus 500. Now, by doing that, have I switched off heading? I have. That's not right. Why does it keep doing that? So that part hasn't been fixed quite yet. It looks like the other way around it's fixed, because I can do the vertical speed is working, but and I've got heading hold back on. So that part is done. Now where are these falls? I really don't know. I've got to keep an eye out for these. Right, so I'm going to do a climb again anyway. Bring myself back up to where I need to be. Altitude 2,400. Vertical speed 500 foot per minute. Heading has been maintained. Good. I'm sort of looking up now a little bit. Where would they be? Where would the Niagara Falls be? There? That looks like a reasonable place to have them. Alright, switch off heading hold for now. Alright, so there's still a few bugs. And I'm actually going to bring this over so I can see quite clearly what's around in this area. Right, so if I just fly over this, the middle of this over here, like so. Ooh, hold on. What's that over there? So yeah, literally just having a look around to see. Obviously, the snow is not helping with visibility too much, but we are below the cloud layer, which is good. I intended to do that the whole time. So I was intending to be below the cloud layer at all times, and it looks like we've managed to actually do that. cannot see the falls. Where, oh where could they be? There's a bridge there. I remember a bridge around some falls, on the edge of some falls. So could that be them? There? Perhaps that's them. I'm not too sure. Still looking around. I don't see any falls around here. I feel like we're fairly close to them. I feel like we must be close. Oh, hold on. What's that thing jutting out over there? Could that be the falls? Obviously, if we saw it from an actual aircraft, it'd be quite easy to see. But from here, it's not. No, that's just something jutting out. Just a bit of landmass. Yeah, I feel like that's got to be them. Around this area. It just feels right that it's got to be around this area. Right, so let's have a look. That being said, there's that area there. There's that there. The airports I took off from, I don't know what the name of the airport was, but there's airports around here that are called Niagara. Niagara South, or is it Niagara West, Niagara Center, or Niagara Central? I feel like it's got to be here. I feel like the falls have to be somewhere around here. Look, this looks like a park. Now, doesn't Niagara Falls have a park around it? So I feel like this is the area. What's that? What's that there? Looks like a cliff face. I'm still looking. That looks like waterfalls. That certainly looks like a waterfall. No, they look more like cliffs to me. So where is the waterfall? Hang on a minute. I'm going to grab my phone right now. Don't text and fly, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Niagara Falls. I want to know exactly where the location is. It's got to be right here, right? Surely it's got to be right here. I'll check it on the map. I feel like this area here is the falls. But then I don't know. Alright. Let's have a look. I'm going to loop back again. So I know it's not this area. It's got to be past that. I'm fairly certain I remember seeing it on a map. I'm still trying to find it on my phone. It's got to be past that. Maybe it's down this river. Hang on, it could be right here. We could just be literally looking at it right now. I feel like they should be right here then. In fact, hold on. I've just pulled it up on the map. That's not the river. That's the side river. Okay, that's the side river. So it's not here. It's just after this. It's just there. So I think actually we did see it. Alright, let's go back. This is actually quite interesting. Doing a bit of a sightseeing. So this is a different river. So that's Main Street down there. We've got Portage Road there. That is Niagara Falls. That there are the falls. Huh. I want to loop by that at a lower altitude, because I think that needs some work. I do think that needs some work. So let's go to altitude, hold, drop ourselves down to... I want to get ourselves down to 1,500 feet now. Alright. Power back even further. Ah, there we go. There we go. Now we're getting to see something. Alright, so this is the area of the Niagara Falls. That's the viewing area. And I swear I can hear water. I can hear water. I'm almost certain I can hear splashing water, which for that I'm going to give them marks as I lower myself down further. That one looked like the viewing platform. I recognize the Niagara Falls viewing platform. So I'm just going to keep bringing ourselves down. What are we at now? We're at 2,000 feet. Just going to bring myself down a little bit further. So I guess I'm not going to get over to Toronto today. I just want to see the Niagara Falls part. I must say, you know what? I can't wait until dynamic weather and the next True Sky update is here, because though True Sky looks incredible right now, I can't wait until the next one. The next version of True Sky. Right, I feel like maybe we shouldn't be going so much further down. So I feel like I'm going to bring ourselves level at 1,700. Right here. Right, let's level ourselves off here. We should be able to get a good view now as we back around. Alright, let's loop it. Sharp turn. High speed. We managed to, look at that, we managed to maintain speed really well as well. At 150. We didn't overspeed. We were very good there. I felt like I could hear water. That may have been a placebo, but I feel like I could hear water as we got closer. I certainly can't hear it right now. So let's loop back. So it is just here, not this one here. I was right when we first saw it. It is literally, we go from here and the river is just going to swing around. So that's the falls. There they are. Alright, let's see if we can hear the water as we go over it again. I'm going to sit up a little bit higher on my seat so you guys can see a little bit. In fact, no, I'm not going to sit up higher on my seat. Why should I do that? I am going to go from the nose. There you go. That's the falls. I feel like we're looking at it from the wrong side. That's probably why I can't see it properly. But that is Niagara Falls. And I can definitely hear water. Listen to that. Okay, the sound of water there is absolutely incredible. Let's actually go back. It's a shame we don't have auto throttle on this, do we? I don't think we do. But I could. I want to try and get a passenger view of this. So hold on. No, that's not it. That's the one. Not you though. You. There they are. I can see them. Right, let's loop around again. This is actually quite interesting. And this is also not a way to fly, that's for sure. I don't like flying like this. I'm actually going to go back into the normal mode until we can get a good view of that. and then we'll land the aircraft and we'll end the video. So okay, the falls do exist. They're not perfect, but they do exist, and I think from this way we're getting a much better view from this side. Alright, we'll straighten ourselves up here to get a much better view of them. In fact, if we do this, hold on, I've got an idea. If we do this, go there, should be able to get a view out at this window. Let's see what view we get. We'll have to loop it one more time. I'm watching the speed there as well. And begin a loop. There they are. That's the Niagara Falls. Not perfect, but they look fairly okay. They look fairly okay. I'd love to see that improved. What I do like is the noise. Listen to this again. There is a definite noise of water there. That I really like. The fact that there is that noise. Right, let's get ourselves back in this seat before we overspeed. And find an airport to land to end this video. Which I don't know how long the video's been going on for. Probably about half an hour. You can just see the falls over on that side. Right, so let's find an airport. I saw an airport around this side, I think. I did see an airport around this side. So we're going to slow ourselves down now. Let's zoom in to get ourselves an airport. That's zooming out, that's silly. That one there. That one there looks good to me. Now, we're going to have to loop around this way because of the... let's get ourselves on a downwind leg here. There we go, we're now on a downwind leg. Sort of. Oh, actually, we could just take that runway right there. I feel like that's a good runway to take. I wanted to go... No, let's do this properly. The runway we initially selected, let's take it, because we are landing into the wind again. So right now we've got a tailwind right now. So I want to make sure we put ourselves back in a headwind. I think the wind is blowing from 050 or something. I'm not entirely sure. Got to watch those two there. That would be picked up on a VFR chart. Can't see anything ahead of me. The obstacles are clear ahead of me. Everything seems to be okay. We're getting somewhere. We're certainly getting somewhere. So, let's have a look. Let's straighten ourselves up. Obviously, the aircraft is in a much more lower powered condition now. And what we'll do is... we're now abeam the airfield. We are drifting a little bit, so I'll bring ourselves back onto course here. The runway in question looks like it's going to be runway 28, runway 29 possibly. Runway in question looks like, I think it's 28. I think the runway is runway 28 or 29. I feel like it's 28 though. Take a look again. That's the runway right there that we want. I'm letting the aircraft slow down a little bit now. Obviously I didn't do anything with the props or anything, so we're absolutely fine there. I will extend a couple of miles and then I'll turn in, slow it down, bring ourselves down. We are at 2,000 feet, so we should be okay to land. I tell you what, we'll finish crossing over the river. We'll wait for, let's see, what can I see? A landmark. There's that building there. We'll wait until perhaps that building goes past our window, and then we'll turn in. I feel like that might be a suitable way to, or an area to turn in. It's snowing again. I think that's Niagara Central. That one there. Oh, let's look out that way again. I can't actually see that building. Was it? It should be just down here. Right, I've made a mess of that then. No, there's the building. Right, so I can turn in now. And we'll start slowing ourselves down. I'm preparing to disengage autopilots very soon. Right, that should have us on... That should have us on the... roughly on a base leg. We're not perfectly on a base leg. We're going to slow ourselves down to 120, 110 knots to give ourselves one stage of flaps. Once we're down to 110 knots, we're going to drop the landing gear. I need to straighten ourselves out a little bit here. Come on. In fact, you know what? I will lower the landing gear now. There we go. That should give us enough drag to slow us down further. Looking at where the airport is, it's right there. Stage 1 of flaps. I feel like autopilot can come off now. Is that autopilot? That's the autopilot. That's now off. I feel like this is a very short final we're about to do. And I don't think we're going to make the runway here, but I'm going to get it down anyway. No, actually, I think we can make the runway here. We're fairly high up, that's why. Another stage of flaps. Yeah, I think we're actually going to make the runway quite nicely. We're slightly high, certainly. But I feel like... Oop, come on. Don't let me down now. I feel like that was a very crazy approach. Don't let me down now, though. Head tracking, don't let me down. Get a bit more power. Head tracking is now going crazy. So what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? There we go. Ooh, that's a little odd. The puppy indicators are across the runway. Right. We've got a displaced threshold here. With a blast pad. That's absolutely fine. Bring that down. Flare. Oh, that's float, that's not flaring. That's a rough landing. On the brakes, into the wind ailerons. Oop. The wind seems fairly calm here. There is a little bit. We are having to do a little bit of corrections. But there we go, we're down. Bit of a rough landing, but we're okay. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Flight Sim World. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Niagara Falls, not bad. Not bad at all. Does need work, but that's not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Head tracking still needs a little bit of improvement for me. I still need to obviously work it out. I'm probably going to take this taxiway I can see here on the right, but I'll probably end the video before that. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment. If you're watching this on Twitch, thumbs up, follow, please. And if you can afford to do so, please check me out on Patreon, support me there. Link to that is in the description boxes below of your respective videos. I would really appreciate the support. It would help me out a huge amount. Obviously these videos take a long time to make, and YouTube and Twitch is not the best at revenue streams at this moment in time, particularly YouTube. I don't actually get anything off Twitch, but there we go. So if you want to support me on that, I would really appreciate it, even if it is just $1. You know, 150 people giving $1 a month would actually be really nice. But anyway, I will leave you there. Thank you very much for watching as I just get myself off the runway. I'll probably stop the aircraft here, and I will see you guys next time after we stop. There we go, in Flight Sim World.